Hey guys, so in today's video I'm going to be doing a book haul. It's kind of a bit of a mishmash of new releases, books that came out a while ago, thrifting books. I have some classics, some like collection editions that I bought, and yeah, just a whole kind of variety of different books. And I have this quite large book haul because it was my birthday in the end of October and people bought me some books and I got some money and bought some books for myself. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. I think I'm going to start off with the random books, and these are just random pickups that I picked up from a charity shop around my birthday time. So these are ones that I bought for myself. So first off I have Ghosts of London, and I picked this up because I really liked the cover art on it and I like ghost stories. So this is non-fiction, I think, well, you know, about ghosts in different London settings, and it's basically all over London. It has some illustrations, and yeah, I like the history of London and different ghost stories from around that time. I think there's stories from like there were stories from like Tower of London, which I visited, and so it's going to have lots of history. It'll be history mixed with ghost stories, and I picked this up for a couple of pounds. That's a nice illustration of a creepy old lady. So yeah, it just has lots of illustrations and pictures, and yeah, lots of things about ghosts. It's by J.A. Brooks. I've never read anything by him before. I don't know if it has a contents. So yeah, it goes through like East London, North London, Ghosts of Islington, North West, Highgate, Hampstead, the city, churches around London, Fleet Street, Mayfair, Covent Garden, basically all of London it covers. And I think this is going to be really interesting. West London, South London, so yeah, lots and lots of different ghost stories and around historical places. So I'm looking forward to starting that. I also picked up an Enid Blyton book. I'm a really big fan of Enid Blyton. I like her children's stories, and I bought these all around Halloween time. And this is Stories of Wizards and Witches, and I really love the illustration on the front of the two witches around the cauldron. And yeah, it's just 25 stories of wizards and witches by Enid Blyton. So it's a children's book, but I really like her writing, so I still read them even today. I also picked up Practical Candle Burning Rituals by Raymond Buckland, and I picked this up. Oh, by the way, this book, I was really pleased because I went into Waterstones afterwards and I saw this book out on the shelf, and I picked this one up for £1.99. And then this one I got for, can't really see, I think it was like £2, this book here. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting. I'm into this sort of thing, so these are the kind of books I like to pick up when I'm in charity shops, because you can't, it's really hard to find them in bookshops. So I picked up that one, and then I picked up a middle grade Anthony Horowitz, and I know he does he do like a scary series? Well, he does several scary series, but yeah, there's just middle grade books, and it's called Gruesome Grange, and it's about these pupils who go to this new boarding school, and it's just a bit of fun really. It's just a, like I said, kiddie ghost story. It says the assistant headmaster has no reflection, the French teacher disappears whenever there's a full moon, and David Elliott's new school is a very weird place indeed. So this was just a bit of fun. Again, I picked this up around Halloween time. It's just a fun little quick read. I like kind of middle grade horror silly stories. So then I'm going to get onto the books that were presents, and these are fairly new releases, some of them new releases, and some of them ones that I've been wanting for a little while. So first off I have Toil and Trouble. This was released a little while ago because I remember seeing it all over BookTube and Instagram, and I think it's just such a beautiful looking book. It's purple, which is my favourite colour, and then it has all these lovely these lovely images around it. So this is 15 Tales of Women and Witchcraft, edited by Jessica Sportswood and Tess Sharp, and these are all the authors on the back. So it's 15 different tales of, yeah, women and witchcraft. I've heard some people really liked it and some people were just kind of meh about it. I think I'm going to really like it. I wanted this as soon as I kind of saw it floating around on BookTube, and I wanted to have a go and see for myself. I picked it up from, well, my husband got it for me from Amazon, so I'm really excited about this book. I'm guessing they're just short little stories because it's not a huge book for 15 tales. I'm guessing they're short, like little snippets. But we'll see, yeah, we'll see what it's like. I will do a review on this as soon as I've finished reading it. My husband, oh no, sorry, yes, my husband also bought me The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. Oh, gone out of focus. I've read a few of Ruth Ware's books. I have a few of them. There's like 2 here. I don't know if you can see them, probably or not. Probably not. But I picked up this one. It sounded really good, and I've been eyeing it up for a little while. But what made me really, you know, put this on my wish list is because I was watching a video by Books and Lala, and she said that she really liked this book, and I often like similar books to what she likes, so I thought I would pick it up because I thought, well, if she likes it, I'm probably going to like it. I read Ruth Ware before and I know I like her writing, and the story sounded good. It's about a woman who accepts a job as a nanny in Scotland. It's this beautiful Scottish Highlands with this picture perfect family, and but she doesn't know she's stepping into a nightmare, one that will end with a child dead and her in a cell awaiting trial for murder. So I thought this was really interesting. I think it's going to be quite spooky. Obviously it's very sad if a child dies. I don't normally like to read books where children get hurt because that's just upsetting for me. I used to read lots of books like that, and now it's just the one kind of thing in books that I'm just like, no, I don't like. But I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to keep an open mind and see how it goes. I'm reading a few books about nannies at the moment. I'm started another one where it's about a woman who's a nanny, and I've seen films similar premise to this and I have enjoyed them, found them quite spooky, so we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I do like her writing, so we'll see. I hope I enjoy it. The next book that I picked up is The Confession by Jessie Burton. Another beautiful cover. She has really nice covers on her books. She is also the author of The Miniaturist and The Muse, both of which I have and I've read. They're also on this bookshelf. And well, actually, she's one of those writers where I liked The Miniaturist quite a lot, but it wasn't what I expected. I don't know if I ever actually filmed a review on them. I read them at the beginning of this year, and I have a feeling that I recorded them but I never posted them, so I might have to do another review on both of those books if anyone's interested. They're both kind of historical fictions of such, with some kind of magical element in them. And The Muse, I was one of those books where I was unsure about it, and I liked The Miniaturist, so I do like her writing. And I actually said after I read The Muse, I probably wasn't going to read any more of her books, and yet I saw this and I had to pick it up. So she's one of those writers that kind of intrigues me. I love her writing style. Her stories are very interesting. They're kind of stories that you think about quite a while after you've read them, which is what I like. So yeah, I liked The Miniaturist, and The Muse I was kind of unsure of, but I did enjoy the story overall. It's complicated. I'll have to do separate reviews on them if anyone is interested. I know there are lots of reviews of her books out there because she was very popular. But yeah, so I saw this and it was a beautiful cover of a rabbit, and then there's a girl sat with the flowers. I don't know too much about it. I haven't read any reviews or seen any reviews. From what I know, this book is set in Hollywood, following a aspiring writer, I think. He's writing a novel. Oh, a woman who's written a novel and it's being turned into a Hollywood film. And obviously something happens to her, and it says 3 decades later. It's following a girl who is seeking answers about her mother who disappeared when she was a baby. So I'm guessing maybe that the writer is the mother, and then this girl Constance is the writer, the mother, and then Rose is the daughter seeking answers, I think. I think this may be quite similar in writing style to The Muse, because that was split between 2 different women in 2 different time zones, and then it was somehow linked together. So I'm guessing this is kind of what this is going to be, but within a different story. So we'll see. I'm excited to read it and see what I think. So yeah, I find her books quite thought-provoking or interesting. Next, my mum got me Burning Dawn by Gina Shadowwater. Yeah, Shadowwater. And this is a adult fantasy book. I don't know really anything about this. I know my mum really likes her as an author, and I think it's one of those kind of like adult dirty books, which normally if I'm going to read a book like this I go for Sherilyn Keon. I really like her writing style. She does like a Dark Hunter Shadow series, which again, I think I filmed book reviews on those books. I have 3 of them, and then I don't think I ever posted them. Oh no, I think I did a review of one, which is No Mercy. But my favourite one, Akon, I'm going to have to, because I was looking through my camera the other day and I saw loads of videos I've recorded and then never posted. Even ones from like 2 years ago, and I was like, why did I never post them? Anyway, I'm going to have to redo the reviews now. But yeah, I don't really know anything about this. I think it's something to do with, it's fantasy. Yeah, I don't really know anything about it. It's basically a fantasy dirty book. But yeah, I'm probably going to enjoy it. It does say it's book 3, Angels of the Dark. So, okay, I'm guessing one of them is an angel. So it has angels in it. That's all I know. I really don't know anything about it. If anyone's read anything by her, then leave them down below. I know my mum really likes her and my sister really likes her. So I'm probably going to enjoy it as well. And yeah, hopefully it doesn't matter that it's book 3. I'm sure she knew that when she gave it to me, so I'm sure you can read them out of order and it doesn't matter. If not, she probably has the first 2 I can borrow from her anyway. So that's that one. I then got The Familiars by Stacey Halls, and this is new. This has just come out. I've kind of seen it about, and I love the cover. You see this woman in gold here, and then it's surrounded by a noose, and it has like a fox and some feathers. Beautiful book. A lot of these are really beautiful books. And yeah, again, this is fairly new. Sorry, I was just getting a text. And yeah, this is new out, and it's set in 1612, and it follows a 17-year-old girl who is married and she's pregnant for the 4th time. But she's had miscarriages, so she's never had a child who has survived, or I'm guessing maybe she gave birth and then the child died. But yeah, she's only 17 years old, she's pregnant, and she's the mistress of this hall. Yeah, she still has no living child, and she's anxious for, her husband is anxious for an heir. And then she meets this young midwife who promises to give her a healthy child. And it says when Alice, the midwife, is drawn into witchcraft accusations that are sweeping the northwest, Fleetwood, who is the girl, risks everything to try and help her. So again, I've got a few books here with witchcraft in, but that's kind of the themes I like. So this just sounded really interesting to me. Going to be quite sad, obviously, if it has, you know, she's 17-year-old and pregnant. That's very young, but I guess of the times that would be accurate. But yeah, this just sounds really interesting to me. Again, I haven't seen many reviews on it so far. It is new out, but it just sounded really good. I think it's going to be quite twisted, quite dark. You know, you've got a young 17-year-old girl trying to get pregnant for her husband, and then her a young midwife is accused of witchcraft. I just thought that sounded really, really interesting. So I think I'm on to my last 3 books, and these I got with money that my mum gave me. And I kind of hunted all around my town to find these books, and then I found them in HomeSense of all places. And these are, I got 3 editions, they're very heavy. 3 editions of these Barnes & Noble leather-bound classics. I collect these. I have a whole load of them down here. You can't see them, they're just out of frame. But I have a lot of them. I have Dracula, Sherlock Holmes. I have Great Expectations by Oscar Wilde. Not Oscar Wilde, sorry, Charles Dickens. And I have Pictures of Dorian Gray and Edgar Allan Poe collection. And now I have these. So yeah, I searched all around. If you like these and you can't find them anywhere, try your local HomeSense and TK Maxx or TJ Maxx around Christmas time, because they seem to get them in their book sections. They had 4 of these and I didn't have enough money to pick up the other one, which was F. Scott Fitzgerald collection, which I would like to go back and get at some point. But they're normally, even on Amazon, they can be up to £20 to £30 for these. Some of them are a little bit cheaper, around the 18 mark, but I picked all of these up for £12.99, which is an amazing price for these books. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I got. The first one is Jane Austen collection, 7 novels, and it's absolutely beautiful. I really, really like it. I've never read any of her books, and I'm getting into classics at the moment. This is the spine, and then this is the back. It's gold edging and it has a gold bookmark. So yeah, I'm getting into classics and I've never read anything by her. But I really want to, because I know she's quite popular. There's the bookmark. So yeah, here is the bookmark. I really like reading from these books as well. I said in my Dracula review, oops, there's the golden bookmark. I said in my Dracula review, they are heavy books, but I enjoy reading from them because the pages open very nicely. The fonts are nice size. It's on the smaller size, but it's not too small. But yeah, I prefer these to the cloth bound books that I have. But in this book, the 7 novels are Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Mansfield Park, Emma, Northanger Abbey, Persuasion and Lady Susan. I think I want to read Northanger Abbey first, because I read a retelling of that book probably over 2 years ago. Yeah, it was before I had my son, so over 2 years ago. I read a retelling and it was okay, but it kind of missed that atmosphere to the book. It was like a YA retelling and it wasn't my thing, but I would be really interested to read the original. So yeah, I'm really excited for this book. It's just like this gorgeous blue. I'm also getting one for Christmas. My husband's buying me the Snow Queen and Winter Story collection, so I'm excited for that one. I then have the Bronte Sisters 3 novels, and this is like a dark blue book with gold foiling with purple flowers at the bottom. Kind of looks like, is it foxgloves? Yeah, purple flowers at the bottom, and then on the back here. So obviously it's the 3 stories by the 3 sisters, Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights and Agnes Grey. So yeah, again, not read anything by them. Again, it has the beautiful gold edging. I would like to do a collection of my Barnes & Noble books at some point. Maybe after Christmas when I've picked up a few more. But this book has a nice baby pink bookmark. They're just such beautiful books. So yeah, I'm really excited to read these. And last but not least, I picked up this one, which is a slightly wider book. And this is dark blue. And this is The Treasury of Best Loved Fairy Tales. I also collect fairy tale books. I collect a lot of editions of books. But I thought this was beautiful with the gold kind of foiling and the girl on the front. And it has a lot of fairy tales in. And this is the back with the house. So beautiful. And this one has illustrations. So that's one of the illustrations for Emperor's New Clothes. Let me find another one. So these pages are more like it's not like a papery page like in the other books. But yeah, they have some beautiful illustrations. I'm so happy I found these books. Oh, that's a nice picture. Look, it's a double page of pictures. So yeah, this one is illustrated. I may do a full video review on this once I've read some of the stories in. But like I said, I collect fairy tales. I have a couple editions of the, I have the Grimm, I think it's that white one there, is the Grimm fairy tales, and I also have Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. But the contents of this one, it has a lot. So it has Cinderella, the Tinderbox, Hansel and Gretel, the Ugly Duckling, Rapunzel, the 7 Voyages of Sinbad, the Golden Goose, Little Red Riding Hood, Tattercoats, Puss in Boots, the Emperor's New Clothes, Jack the Giant Killer, Beauty and the Beast, 3 Little Pigs, Snow White, 7 Dwarfs, Catskin, The Little Mermaid, Steadfast the Tin Soldier, Mr. and Mrs. Vinegar, Aladdin and His Magic Lamp, Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, the 3 Heads of the Well, Mouseskin, The Stokes, Dick Whittington and His Cat, Hop and My Thumb, Jack and the Beanstalk, The Boogie Beast, The Nightingale, The Fish and the Ring, Bluebeard, Tom Thumb, The Frog Princess, and Baba and His 40 Thieves, Ali Baba and His 40 Thieves, and Sleeping Beauty. So most of them I've heard of and I know the stories of, but there was a couple of there that I don't know of. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to read through all of them. It also has a golden bookmark. So yeah, that is my last book. I'm going to put that down because they're very, very heavy editions. But I really like reading from them, and they're just like something special, and they last really, really well. Yeah, they don't mark or scuff, the foiling never comes off them. So yeah, if you can find these for a decent price, like I said, check out your Home Sense if you're interested. They do lots of horror collections in this, or just go on Amazon and you can find some of them slightly cheaper. But yeah, that is the total of my book haul. I am really, really happy with everything that I've got, and I cannot wait to start reading them. Oh, there is one actually that I didn't mention, because I already put it on my shelf. The Doll Factory, which I picked up for myself, by Elizabeth McNeil. I'm going to do a full review on this. I've nearly finished it. As you can see, it has a bookmark there. I've got like a couple more chapters left, and I'm going to do a full review on this book because this book kind of came out of nowhere. I hadn't heard anything about this book. I've seen 0 reviews on this book. I just saw it in Waterstones, thought it sounded interesting, the cover was beautiful, picked it up. But yeah, it's very quickly becoming one of my favourite books this year. It's just kind of come out of nowhere and surprised me. Very, very creepy. It is about a woman Iris, who is an aspiring artist. She worked in this doll shop and she leaves to become an artist. And a man who is a taxidermist. And that's all I'm going to say, because I'm going to do a full review on this very, very soon. All I'm going to say is creepy, very well written, really struggling to put this down. I'm still trying to get through, where is it? I can't even remember, I put it on my shelf. Haunted. Which I was supposed to have finished by October, and I didn't because I picked up this book and I can't put this book down. So I'm going to finish this one and then go back to Haunted, because I know I said I was going to do a review on that once I finished it. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. So that's all the books I've got. If you've read any of them or have any questions, then leave them down below. So as always, thank you for watching. Bye guys.